Call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Corporal McDowell.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give to the court in this trial shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. You'll have a seat and adjust that microphone. Make sure you speak into that microphone. State your name and spell your last name, please.
My name is Chad McDowell. The last name is spelled McDowell.
Corporal McDowell, how you doing today?
Good.
Tell the jury where you work, please.
I work for Colleton County Sheriff's Office. I'm assigned to road patrol, the K-9 handler.
Okay. And can you just give us a quick background of who you are, where you grew up, and how you ended up in your career in law enforcement?
Sure. I grew up in Colleton County, went to Colleton County High School, went to college at Tri-County Technical College, where I studied criminal justice. Once I reached age, I came home, was hired by Colleton County Sheriff's Office, left for a couple of years to go work for Jasper County, and then came back to Colleton. I've been assigned to road patrol at Colleton.
All right. And what year did you first start working for Colleton County Sheriff's Department, or began your law enforcement career?
2016.
All right. And what's your current? You said you're a corporal now. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what is your current assignment? What are your duties?
I'm still assigned to road patrol. I'm a K-9 handler.
And you say K-9. Explain to the jury what that is.
So I have a K-9 that is assigned to me. We respond to certain calls, or if we're requested by another deputy for narcotics searches for suspects, things of that matter.
All right. And K-9 is a dog, correct?
That's correct.
All right. What's your dog's name?
Evo.
Evo? What kind of dog is Evo?
He's a Belgian Malinois.
Malinois?
Yep.
Is that kind of like a German Shepherd?
Kind of short-haired, pointy ears.
Okay. Short hair, pointy ears. Is Evo typically with you when you're out on patrol?
Yes, sir.
Was Evo with you the night of June 7th, 2021?
Yes, sir.
Were you a corporal then at that time?
No, sir. I was a deputy.
All right. And who was on the squad that you were on?
Sergeant Daniel Green, Corporal Elise Janicki, myself, and Deputy Pruitt, Cody Pruitt.
So who was your immediate supervisor?
It would have been Corporal Janicki.
Okay. And then above that is?
Sergeant Green.
All right. And then above that?
Lieutenant Nettles.
All right. And then above that?
Captain Krause.
Okay. All right. What shift were you working the night of June 7th, 2021?
Yes, sir, I was.
And that was in Colleton County?
Yes, sir.
And what shift were you working that night?
Night shift.
Did you ultimately respond to a call for service at 4147 Moselle Road?
Yes, sir.
And you actually went there?
I did.
And did you come to the incident location at the kennels at that property at 4147 Moselle Road?
I did.
Is that in Colleton County?
It is.
Were you, when you arrived, what other first responders were on scene to your recollection?
Sergeant Green was there. There was one other fire rescue personnel vehicle in there. I believe the rest were staged, the best I can remember. When I say staged, I mean at the head of the driveway. There may have been a couple of other apparatuses on scene.
And which, do you recall which driveway you entered? Did you enter the driveway near the kennels? Where you came from?
Yes, sir. It was same driveway everyone else entered.
So you were parked behind Sergeant Green's?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did you do after that? After you got out of your vehicle, what did you do?
I approached the crime scene. I was trying to make my way to Sergeant Green to see what he needed me to do. I made my way through the crime scene as carefully as I could. I approached Sergeant Green, saw that he was interviewing the only person on scene. So I went back to my vehicle.
Okay. And did you see who he was interviewing?
Mr. Murdaugh. Yes, sir.
Do you see him in the courtroom here today?
Yes, sir.
Can you point him out?
Yes, sir. He's in the middle, navy blue suit.
Your Honor, can the record reflect he's identified the defendant?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 6 to your testimony.
No objection.
And this is a disc, but I want you to take a look at it and see if you recognize this disc.
Yes, sir. I do.
All right. And what is on this disc?
It'd be body cam footage from my body cam that I wore.
All right. And how do you know that this is that body cam footage?
It has my initials on it.
All right. So you reviewed this and put your initials on it. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. When you got this call for service, were you currently on another call for service, or are you just out on patrol?
No, sir. I was just out on patrol.
Service, what did you do? Did you activate your lights? and
Activated lights and sirens and responded to the incident location.
And once you do that, do you make all haste to get to that incident location as fast, but it also as reasonably safe as you can?
Yes, sir.
Is that standard operating procedure?
Yes, sir.
First 10 minutes, sorry. The first 10 minutes of this body cam are essentially you driving to the scene. Is that correct, roughly?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to fast forward to closer in time when you arrive. I heard proceed to the road. What was that?
I had a GPS activated on my phone.
Just like most people use. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Side left turn. In a quarter mile, arrive at 4147 Moselle Road.
75 days on sale on Moselle.
That's not how they.
Are these the kennels that you saw when you arrived at the property?
Yes, sir.
And to the right is sort of the shed or the hangar. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Let me ask you this. You're obviously serving as a road patrol officer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you, what is your job as a road patrol officer, as a first responder, when you come upon a scene like this? What is your particular role as you arrive at something like this?
We go on scene, we secure the scene, meaning make sure there's no active threat for other arriving first responders. We'll preserve the scene to the best of our ability and then turn the scene over to arriving detectives.
When you arrive at a scene like this, are you constantly not only paying attention for any threat or anything like that, but also making sure that you don't disturb or any sort of evidence that may be at the scene?
Yes, sir.
Is that part of your general training and standard operating procedure?
It is.
You also have to couple that, though, with the duties of a first responder, which is to get to that scene, to secure it, make sure there's no active threats, and get it under control. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So the duties of a first responder have both of those sort of balancing together. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Or are you constantly always looking around for evidence, not only to identify it, but also to assure that you don't disturb anything? Is that your general?
Your Honor, weeding.
Thank you, Your Honor. What is your general training as a road officer as it relates to coming upon a scene and looking for evidence?
Our number one duty would be safety. Number two, we're looking for evidence so as not to disturb it.
Thank you. Right there to the right, what is that to the right of the screen?
To be Miss Murdaugh's body.
Murdaugh. 400 grand standard Murdaugh.
Who are those individuals right there?
Sergeant Green and Mr. Murdaugh.
How you doing?
What did the defendant say to you right there?
He said, "How are you doing?"
Did you know him?
No, sir.
How you doing? That's what he said?
Yes, sir.
What's their birthday?
I'm okay.
9/15/68.
And what's your son's first name? You said Paul?
Paul Terry Murdaugh.
What's his birthday?
4. What are they covering him up?
Tell them you didn't have to do that.
He's asked that if we don't have to
disturb anything not to. We've got SLED on the way. Yep.
All right, what were you asking fire and rescue to do at that point?
Just to try to preserve it the best they could. If they
You're
didn't
asking, but what were you specifically asking them not to do?
cover the bodies if they didn't have to.
And what was their response, though?
I couldn't make it out. I believe he said we're covering them for family responding. I couldn't make it out.
Hey, he's asked that if we don't have to disturb anything, not to. We've got SLED on the way. Yep.
Do you recall now?
Again, it sounds like he says we're going to cover him up because of the family being here.
Was the family being here?
That's what it sounds like.
All right.
All right.
Right through here, go around this way here.
Yes, I agree.
I told everybody else to cancel, so everybody else come down here.
Thank you. Hey, Cody, I need a piece of that tape whenever you get done.
What did you just ask Cody for?
A piece of tape, piece of crime scene tape.
All right. And who was Cody?
Deputy Pruitt. He was the one that you see there with the yellow crime scene tape.
And why did you ask Deputy Pruitt for some crime scene tape?
I had observed a shell casing on the ground. I wanted to mark it so that it didn't become disturbed.
Your general duties as an officer, you observed something and you asked for some tape to mark it. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's what you were previously describing your role is. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If y'all don't mind, just mark them. Do what? Okay. I got a casing right here, so watch your step.
That casing that you saw, did you recognize what kind of ammunition it was?
Yes, sir.
What kind of ammunition was it?
300 blackout casing.
And how could you tell it was a 300 blackout casing?
Just my own personal experience. I own a 300 blackout, and I recognized it.
You recognize the case from your own experience?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's 300 blackout.
Did you observe any dogs in the kennels?
I did.
Do you remember how many or where they were?
I do not remember.
More than one dog, though?
I don't remember.
They said they had several casings by her body, but this one will be a little bit harder to find later, so I want to mark it real fast.
You marked that casing. Were you careful not to disturb its location where you found it?
Yes, sir. I placed the tape beside it and then placed a rock on top so that it wouldn't blow away.
Why are there so many shell casings and only one? Okay.
Sorry to do that to everyone. Well, what was that loud
It's
noise?
just my windshield wipers.
And why was it making that noise?
they had removed all the moisture, I guess.
I don't see anybody. Who? Can I see a couple more pieces? I found some more over there.
Back where? Over there?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why there's 300 blackout. Trying to figure out why there's so many shell casings, but only one gunshot went to the back of each head. Not my job to figure that out. I'm just curious. I only saw one more casing, but just in case I see more. Daniel put his car in there. So, no. This is, I'll tell you about this in a minute. Alright, there's one there. There's blood over here. You looking at shell casings? 300 blackout. Sheriff?
Those cases that you were marking right there, did you at all disturb the location where you saw them?
No, sir.
Is it your job to be doing a crime scene collection for this case, or are you just doing that to assist those who will do that will arrive at a later time?
No, sir. I don't collect anything. I'm just marking it so that they're not disturbed.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, those will be easy to find. I was just marking a couple that were in the gravel that might be harder to see at some point. Y'all familiar with this family? All right.
I wasn't until he told me the names.
All right. I'll fill you in later. I don't think there's going to be anything for me and Eva to do here.
What did you just say right there?
I don't think there's going to be anything for me and Evo to do here.
What did you mean by that?
There was no article search that needed to be conducted right then and there. Putting Evo on the ground could have caused more of a disturbance than just leaving him up.
What was that?
Because I'd say,
You said for Evo to do?
yeah, for me and Eva. Please watch your...
Hey, watch this step. Huh? No.
Okay, one coming right from Oakdale Road.
The gentleman in the white shirt is the husband of her. Guy in the voting accident. All that.
Yeah.
It's going to be retaliation from family.
He did have a firearm whenever I pulled up with a shotgun. Just went here to murder.
I'm going to now show you a portion of what's been previously admitted to evidence as Exhibit 1. And for the record, I'm starting it at 4227. Who's that to the right of the screen right there?
That would be me.
All right. And what are you about to do?
Step inside and assist CID with lifting that sheet.
All right. And were you asked to do that?
Yes, sir.
And who asked you to do that?
Captain Chapman.
All right. And where's Captain Chapman in this image?
In the middle
And is he a senior officer to you?
at that time.
Okay. And I noticed before you moved, what did you do?
Turned my light on
And why did you turn on your light?
so that I could plainly see what was underneath me where I was going.
Did you disturb any evidence or anything as you started to go into the feed room?
No, sir.
Were you careful to avoid doing that?
Yes, sir.
Did you kick any shell casings or waddings or anything like that when you went into the feed room?
No, sir.
Did you step on any bloody footprints when you went into the feed room?
No, sir.
If you had seen something like that before you stepped in there, what would you have done?
I would have stopped and notified the detective.
First, we might have some more sheets to steal.
Do you recall what, if anything, was laying on Paul's rear end?
His cell phone, or a cell phone.
Is that it in this image right here?
Yes, sir.
I haven't asked the dad about the phone, but dad did say he came over and checked our pulses. Beyond that, I don't know. He did have a shotgun with him. I have secured that in our meeting.
Did you kind of jump out of the feed room just then?
Yes, sir.
Did you turn on your light before you did so?
I believe so.
Watch it again. Did you jump out when you left the feed room?
Yes, sir.
And why'd you jump out like that?
Try not to disturb the body. It was easier to leap out than to try to step.
Did you enter the feed room at any point after that, to your recollection?
Not to my recollection.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as offense exhibit number 1 and see if you recognize this particular image.
Yes, sir.
I'll switch in, please. Does that appear to, is that how you found Paul when you arrived at the scene?
Yes, sir.
And were his hands underneath him in that fashion when you arrived at the scene?
Yes, sir.
You're right. Pass State Exhibit 7, I believe without objection. Without objection. Let me show you what's been marked as Exhibit 7 and see if you recognize that image.
Yes, sir.
And what is that?
It's a still image of video of my body-worn camera.
Is that a still image of when the defendant said, "How you doing?" when we walked up?
Yes, sir.
Enough for
Cross-examination.
Your Honor. State lines. So, when you got to the scene, who was your supervisor?
Can you repeat that question? I couldn't hear you.
I'm sorry. That's okay. I'll speak a little bit louder. When you got to the scene, who was your supervisor?
Sergeant Green.
Sergeant Green. And I believe Sergeant Green was instructing y'all to put some yellow tape up. You did some of that?
No, sir.
You didn't look at that.
Deputy Pruitt, yes, but I didn't know.
What was Green? What was his instructions to you? What were you there to do? Number one, let me withdraw that question. Were you there to apprehend somebody?
Not at the time, no, sir. I was just there to assist where needed.
Assist doing what?
Whatever was needed of me.
Were you all attempting to determine what happened?
We there as initial responders were there to secure the scene.
Okay, secure the scene. And secure the scene for further processing by SLED?
By our investigators, I learned later on that SLED was responding as well.
So let me, by way of example, he went down to where Paul's body was. It was covered with a sheet. You see that on the video? Correct?
Not when I initially responded, but yes, sir.
No, but the video we just saw.
Yes, sir.
And why were y'all, what was there a purpose of going down there and pulling the sheet back, looking around it?
I believe they were looking for another weapon.
What kind of weapon?
I believe they were looking for a 300 blackout.
But, we saw in the picture, if you look at Paul's body, there's no 300 blackout laying next to him. Correct?
No, sir.
I'm correct.
Yes, you are correct. No, there was no 300 blackout laying beside him.
Okay, so you say you're down there looking for another weapon. Where were you looking for another weapon?
I wasn't, sir. I was assisting lifting the sheet for detectives.
And you can see you stepped into the feed room.
Yes, sir.
And based on the way Paul was laying, and of course you did have a flashlight, you were looking, trying not to step on anything. Did you have anything to insulate your feet? And in some jurisdictions, they have little baggy things to put over their feet to make sure they don't contaminate the scene. Did you have those on?
No, sir.
And did you, when you stepped in, you got a flashlight, what you were looking at with the visible eye, you're determining you weren't disturbing the scene, correct?
That's correct.
You made an effort not to.
Yes, sir.
You don't know whether you did or you didn't.
To my knowledge, I did not.
But you can't say that you did. To your knowledge.
Can you repeat that?
Your knowledge you didn't.
To my knowledge, I did not disturb anything.
Okay. But you would concede there's microscopic evidence sometimes of crime scenes, correct?
Yes, sir, that's possible.
And you didn't have a microscope.
No, sir.
But like SLED crime scene would look very closely, would they not? They would not. As far as I could tell, you were looking basically 3 or 4 feet away from the floor, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you can see with the naked eye at night with a flashlight from 3 or 4 feet is what you base your opinion you didn't disturb anything.
That's correct.
Now, and you don't know why they were looking for another weapon, but you don't know what other weapon, you don't know where that weapon might have been. And again, multiple deputies had seen Paul's body before he was covered with a sheet, right?
Myself, Sergeant Green did.
Okay. For y'all, in your presence, any the other officers with you there that night, did any of them discuss this as a possible murder-suicide?
It's possible. It's not to my recollection.
Now, when you were going out and we saw you mark a shell casing, was that in the grass or on the dirt road?
I believe the first one was in gravel.
In the gravel, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you found others, right?
Yes, sir.
And to do that, you had to walk around in the grass.
Yes, sir.
And again, you've got a flashlight, you're looking, and you don't know what was in the grass that you may have disturbed around the shell casing.
No, sir.
You don't know.
No, sir.
You may have disturbed something.
It's possible.
And I guess what I'm trying to ask is, why then were you trying to look for shell casings? Why couldn't you wait till the next morning? Why was this urgency? Was somebody getting away, or I don't quite understand why.
I can't answer that. I don't know. I didn't know if somebody was getting away or not.
Did somebody instruct you to go find shell casings?
No, sir.
You just did it on your own initiative.
Yes, sir.
And you can see that you may have disturbed or destroyed evidence in that process.
Microscopic or something I didn't see.
Well, something down on the ground. I mean, you're walking on grass, right?
Yes, sir.
Smooth surface like in the shed, in the feed room, but it's grass at night, correct?
Yes, sir.
I guess what I'm trying to wonder is what y'all were doing. Were you trying to solve a crime? Were you trying to just index everything was there? And when did you find out a SLED was coming?
So we're trying to mark everything there. As you can tell, there were multiple units going back and forth, fire rescue as well as sheriff's office. We try to mark it so that it brings awareness to them and it doesn't become disturbed.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you. I can't hear you.
There were multiple units on scene,
Right.
sheriff's office as well as fire rescue.
Right.
The reason that I saw urgency to mark those shell casings is so that it brings awareness to those of us that were walking around and they don't become disturbed.
Well, that brings up the question: should you have been walking around? What if you got two dead people? Whoever the perpetrator was, at that point, y'all hadn't identified, had you?
No, sir.
Okay, so the perpetrator may be in the wood across the street, as far as you know at that point, right?
Could have been anywhere.
Right. So you're not trying to solve a crime; you're processing a scene.
I'm not processing anything.
Yeah. You don't know what you're doing.
I just told you what I was doing, sir.
You're marking pieces of evidence.
Yes, sir.
And the urgency to do that was so that no one else would walk over
Yes, sir.
while you're walking around.
Around. Yes, sir.
Well, you don't know whether you actually stepped on one or not, do you?
I was very careful not to.
Okay. Now, let me also ask you this. The pattern of the first shell casing was how far away from the feed room?
I can't
That
say.
you found?
The first shell casing I found?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
10 feet, 20 feet, more than me, or further than,
Probably about the same distance from me to you.
okay. From the feed room door?
Yes, sir.
Now, I understand that you fire, you got a blackout, right?
Yes, sir.
And when you fire that, does it eject to the right or the left?
To the right. Mine does.
Okay. So if the feed room is where I am, that shell casing ejected to the right and forward, right and back? What do you know?
Are you asking where the shell casing was in relation to the door? It would have been forward and right of the door.
Forward and right of the door. And there was the pattern of casings leading, do they all lead to her body?
I can't remember.
Did you sketch where you found them?
No, sir. I did not do a crime scene sketch.
Have you ever done a crime scene sketch?
No, sir.
Tell me your training in crime scene processing.
It's very basic, limited, what you would get at the Criminal Justice Academy.
Very basic.
Yes, sir.
So you're not a crime scene processor. Again, and I'm not asking this question repetitively, I'm just trying to puzzle it out. What? You don't know what your role was there.
I was a first responder.
Well, they were dead, Paul and Maggie, right? You couldn't render them any aid.
Your Honor, I would object. No question in that statement.
Is there a question?
Could you have rendered them aid? Were they in a physical condition where your assistance would have helped?
No, sir.
They were dead. Correct?
Are you asking? Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, let me show you a couple of these clips and ask about them here. And I've got times. We don't have to go through the. And there's a brief. We could go to 1040. That means that I don't know yet. Okay, this is you walking, and these are the dog pens over here to the left, correct?
Yes, sir.
And on right in front of that, one of the dog pens is a hose that is neatly coiled around the hose, something holding the hose, right?
That's what it looks like.
Okay, go ahead. 11:12.
How you doing? Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Waters asked me about this a moment ago when he said, "How you doing?" when somebody walked up. You would concede to me that, but for that one quip, he appeared to be distraught over the death of his wife and son.
He appeared visibly upset.
Yeah. Okay. Other than this, how you doing, sort of thing, right?
Correct.
Okay. Also, we see him in a t-shirt and a pair of shorts. Correct.
Yes, sir.
I've looked at your report and everybody that encountered him that night. No report indicates any blood visible on him. You would agree with that?
I didn't observe any.
What?
I did not observe any.
And a white shirt.
Yes, sir.
If you noted blood on him, you would have put that in your notes or reported that to somebody, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about 45?
It's 300 blackout.
That's you apparently determining the shell casing you found is a 300 light, correct?
The one that I marked, yes, sir.
The one that was in the gravel.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a couple final questions. Since I have no further questions.
Read that right.
Very briefly, Your Honor. Are you a first responder?
Yes, sir.
Your first job is safety, correct?
Yes, sir.
Second job is to protect the scene, is that correct?
Objection leading.
Thank you. Tell me what your jobs as a first responder are again.
Yes, sir. We secure the scene, make sure there's no current threat for additional first responders. We then secure the scene, make sure that nobody comes in that's not supposed to, so that we preserve any evidence that's there.
As part of your training to avoid disturbing the scene as best you can,
Yes, sir.
still paying attention to your primary role.
Yes, sir.
As part of your training and your experience and what you try to do is if you do see
Objection,
evidence.
Your Honor, leading.
I'll rephrase it. If you are on scene and you do see evidence while you were there, what is your standard operating procedure in that event?
I would mark it
And why do you do that?
just to bring awareness to it so that it's not disturbed.
Is your job to be a crime scene investigator?
No, sir.
You're just marking that? I'll rephrase. You were asked earlier about apprehending any suspects. Was Mr. Murdaugh ever in custody?
No, sir. Not to my recollection.
To your observation, was he allowed to move freely?
Yes, sir.
Was he allowed to interact with people who came to talk to him?
Yes, sir.
Was he ever placed in the back of a police car?
Not that I'm aware of.
Never put in handcuffs?
No, sir.
Was he being treated as a suspect when you were there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down.